Hello, today's task, fixing the missing end of an Xbox 360 controller. So if you've ever bought a controller from the car boot or a charity shop or something, you might notice that the end doesn't have the USB connector that it should. On a working controller, it should have this bit and this bit disconnects. I've got no idea why it does this. It did it on the original Xbox as well and it was a stupid idea. Maybe it's so that when you accidentally pull too hard on the cable it doesn't pull the whole system, but it's still quite a strong fit, so I don't actually know why it did it. So you can pick up second-hand Xbox 360 controllers pretty cheap. But if like me, you keep picking these up, so yeah, I picked this up at the car boot for £1 because this bit was missing. Actually I talked the woman down because this bit was missing, but I knew I could fix it. So if you've got a working wired controller, you take this bit off, stick it on the one you just bought, and then try that in an Xbox. Try a game, check to see all the buttons work before you go any further. Because the last thing you want to do is put some effort in and then the thing not work. Or you might think you did something wrong and it wasn't your fault. So it's always good to check that it works before you try to do any modifications. So we just tested that means we're good to go with the modification. Now although this bit can just come off, this and this are the same thing. They're both USB, this is just a different end. So what you can do is you can chop that off, get just a random USB cable and then solder them together, and then that's you got a working cable. You can also add length with this if you have a long USB cable. But the wired controllers are usually actually pretty long, it's pretty cool. So the things you're going to need for this are a soldering iron, some scissors, a donor USB cable, so just any USB cable lying around. You just need this end. I wouldn't usually cut this cable up, but I'm going to use this end in another project. And your controller. So first thing you want to do, chop off the controller wire. Then a little bit down, just go really lightly. You're just trying to get the first layer of plastic off. And then it should just pop off. And then it's got all this shield and stuff. And you just spread them apart. And you want to do the same process with these. You want to loosely go around. If you've got wire strippers, this would be a lot easier. There we go. Then you want to do the same with this end. So if you're wanting the cable to be longer, go right to the end of the cable. In that case I'm going to go in the middle. Chop it, and do exactly the same. Just loosely go around, because this cable's cheaper, it'll probably be easier to pull off. Yep. And then we're lucky here, because sometimes in cheaper USB cables they use different colours, but here they're all the same colour. So we'll just be able to solder them straight to each other. And if they get really frayed, just kind of pull them together, give them a wee bit of a twist. And you're also going to do some solder. I didn't mention that in the first place. But if you've got a soldering iron, I'm sure you've already got this. First thing you want to do is tin the ends, so make sure your soldering iron is nice and hot. You just want to kind of hold them together, give them a little bit of a twist. And solder it. And you give it a little tug to make sure that it's nice and tight. Then do the same with everything else. And there we go. Beautiful. It's actually really horrible. I really need to get a new iron. Next thing is take the tape. You probably want to plug it in again, make sure it does work, and then we're going to seal it all up. So you take some electrical tape, cut it into smaller bits. You can wrap it around one, then around another. Doing them in pairs would probably be okay. I might put lots around this one actually. It's really badly soldered. So I'm just going to tape it up. Would you look at that? Beautiful. And there we go. One thing I do like to do with these, the ones that you still do have connected, is just tape them up. Because then it's a lot less likely to fall apart or in your controller drawers or whatever. So now we've got our modified cable, let's go try it out on Xbox and see if it works. So now here's the moment of truth, the modified cable. Plug it in. It's flashing one player. I can move a bit on the dashboard. All the buttons seem to work. I think we're good. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this comes in useful. Unfortunately, you can't use the same method on the original Xbox because this end is proprietary. Hope you enjoyed this video. If it really helps you out, give it a like, but I'm not expecting too much, so you can if you want. And if you tried this out and it helped you save a controller, leave a comment in the description, that'd be quite cool. Thanks, bye!